Hey y'all, it's your girl Suzette with Crafting with Susie, coming to you today with a new Wip N Chat. I am working on poolside today, and if you are new to my channel and you like what you see, please remember to subscribe, leave me a comment, and hit that notification bell so you get notifications of my next upload here on YouTube. I also put notifications on my Instagram, and I'll leave that link below. If you've been back to see me several times, thank you so much for your support. I love reading your words of encouragement. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty guys, so if you watched my last video, I did my card vlog. This is technically the same day. So I did a card vlog about me going to a new Dollar Tree and seeing a hobby shop across the street. And yes, they both were a fail. Stick to what you know, people. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. That's just the God's honest truth. That Dollar Tree, the Dollar Trees that they've been building in my area, they're bigger than my Dollar Tree that I've always gone to, but they're nowhere near as nice. Mine is clean, it's organized, like it is so nice. I don't know. I went into this different one that I don't normally go to just to see what they had, to see if I was going to pick something up, and I walked out with nothing. Oh my God, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna put my tray on here without it sticking to everything. Okay, I think I got it. And then they did have these, well, they did have one storage container. They're like stackables, and they were clear with the drawer. Like if they would have had 3 to 5 of them, I would have bought them. They had one. And then I was like, what boob left this one here? Like, why wouldn't you just buy it? Why wouldn't you just buy it? Whether you needed it or not. Why did you leave one? But whatever. Then I went across the street to look at this hobby shop. It's not for me. It's, I didn't even go inside. I just drove by. It's a place where people buy things to do like model planes and cars and trains and stuff like that. So it wasn't like a crafting store. So I didn't even go inside. But anywho, so I'm back at home and it is 11:55 and I haven't even eaten anything yet. So when I get done with this, I'm gonna grab myself something to eat. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about what I watched on 2020. It was really good. It was interesting. It was interesting, I should say it like that. It was about Erica Jane. Now she's a Housewives of Beverly Hills person. I don't want to say character, but she's on that show. And I will say this was kind of a documentary in sorts. It was really more about her husband than it was about her. And child, I said, these people, I'm not trying to like get all religious. I'm just saying, you can't possibly think that money is the key to happiness. We see it all the time where these celebrities are messed up on drugs or they take their own lives, unfortunately. and just have serious depression issues. I mean, we see and hear about it all the time. You can't possibly believe that that is the key to happiness. And I'm going to tell you, that way that Erica Jane talked, that's what she truly believes. I mean, she's said it so many different times. There has to be more to life than you thinking that money is the answer to all your problems. And her husband, Thomas Girardi, was very, very rich, like had a lot of money. They met while she was waitressing as a cocktail waitress. And this man today, he is 82. And Erica Jane is 49. And I'm going to tell you, she don't look like she about to be 50, because that money done helped along the way. But her husband was basically the focus of the story. He was this big time attorney in California, and he established, along with his partner, Girardi and Kesey, and his one of his top cases that he was over and that he won was the Aaron Brockovich case. And of course, that was made into a movie. And he was able to sue a gas and electric company because the water was making the people in the area sick. And he won. And all those people got all that money, and he got a bunch of money. And from there, they started comparing him to the attorney in LA Law, the TV show, you know, the old stuff. And he was just this fantastic attorney, fantastic mind, you know, and he married this much younger woman, which is not unusual. So I don't have too much to say about that because it is what it is. And then she ended up on the Housewives of Beverly Hills. But what ended up happening was there was a gas explosion in, I think it's San Bruno, California. There was a gas explosion, and there was a lot of people that died, a lot of people who got seriously, seriously hurt. And there were some people who went to him to sue, rightfully so. The pipes were bad, is what ended up happening. The pipes were faulty, so the pipes were bad. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I mean, people died. People were like burned, seriously burned. And they showed the one young man, oh man, it was so bad. His burns, and his girlfriend died. It just was a mess. And he did sue that gas company, and he won, and they got a huge settlement, and they were to get paid for the settlement. Alexa does that every time I'm up here. Sorry, y'all. If it ain't the phone ringing, it's her. I can't say her name because she'll buzz again. What was I saying? Oh, but when it was time to do the payout of the settlement, what he did is he convinced this family, and I promise you, I'm not throwing shade. I promise you, this is just my personal opinion. My personal opinion. These people was getting a lot of money, millions. You hear me? Millions. But what he told them was that he could invest the money for them, and they would get even more. Now, he wasn't investing all of it, though some of it was supposed to come in disbursements. to the young man who was burned. And I know attorneys can be slick when they talk, and they say things and make you feel like you really don't know what's going on, and you think they know for the best. They've been doing this for years, you know, they're big time. But I felt like, was that greed that made them invest? Because they could have had that money. But you live and you learn. What ended up happening is that they ended up investing. And when I tell you, for lack of another way to say this, he totally ripped them off. The young man would have to call to get his disbursement. He said there was always an apology. He was always told, you know, it wasn't his fault, that this, that, and the other person was holding things up. If it wasn't a judge, it was somebody else that was holding things up. And he wasn't able to give him the money as soon as he thought he would. Give him a week or two and he would get it. So this young man was saying, yes, I would get the money within a week or two, but then the next month, the same thing would happen over again. He would have to call to get his disbursement. You know, he's not supposed to be doing that. He should just get the check in the mail, you know, or it should be just put into his account. Why is he having to call to ask for his own money? Finally, there was no more money. There was what Thomas Girardi was saying to them, is that basically he could not distribute any more money to them. A judge was holding things up. And you're talking about a man who's friends with everybody. You know attorneys, you know business owners, you know judges, you know corporate people. You know what I'm saying? So if he needs a favor, he needs a favor. Like, there was one attorney who said that he actually was sitting at a table and told a judge to come over him by doing like this. And that the judge got up out of his seat and came over, and he was like, you know, that doesn't happen. You know, you respect them whether they have on their robe or not. And he was just big time like that. And people respected him because of his work ethic, and he was good. But somehow, some way, he ended up getting wrapped up into something where he was not paying these people their money. And it wasn't just this family that was in the San Bruno gas fire. There was another lady who had surgery where they insert the mesh, I believe, over the uterus. She was having reactions to it. She wasn't doing well. She went to him to sue. She never saw one dime. They said that Girardi was basically funding his wife, Erica Jane, her career, her music career. Child, please. Child, please. Girl, they show a couple of clips of her singing. Get out of here. Anyway. And that she had makeup artists, she had hairstylists, she had wardrobe. And paying all these people every month is expensive. And for example, they were saying, this one lady said, I was doing a podcast. And I told her, it's not a visual, it's just an audio podcast. She said she showed up there with the makeup crew, hairstylist, dressed in heels. And she was like, I told you this is not, this is not visual, it's just audio. We're not gonna be live. And she said that she was like, that's fine, and had these people show up anyway. Like, that's ridiculous. That is absolutely crazy. Whatever. So, like, that's ridiculous. So they have, I mean, they've been married a long time. They've been married 21 years. 21 years. And now Erika Jayne is filing for divorce. She filed last year. And I guess people are saying it's suspicious that she's filing for divorce now that basically he's being sued. Like, this man is saying he don't have no money. He said he had $50 to $80 million cash and it's gone. Boo, where? Like, how could you even spend all that money in a lifetime? How? Tell me, please. Tell me, please. But yes, he's saying his money is gone. And I know I'm not going to pronounce this word correctly, so y'all forgive me. But they're saying he was recently diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And Alzheimer's. I hope I said that right, because I know it often is pronounced incorrectly. And it's like, what are these people going to do? Like, what are they going to do? And like, they wonder if the divorce that she filed for divorce, if it's real, or is it for her to protect her own, you know, money and finances and estate and things like that. So when he is getting sued, her things are not up for grabs. I don't know. I don't even know. It's just a hot mess. And I feel so bad for the people who trusted him, thinking that they were going to help him, especially the young guy who was in the fire. Like, I'm telling you, his whole body. And for you to not even just have the consideration that this young man, like he said, he's going to have to keep on getting surgeries and his mobility and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's crazy. And you stole from them. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I forgot something. What they basically were saying was when a settlement happens, the attorney gets paid. But you are to never, ever, ever, like, you can get disbarred if you touch your client's settlement. You are never to even dip into it. And that's what he was doing. That is what he was doing. And we don't even know how many people he was doing this with. They only talked to like 3 different families, I believe. But like, how many people has he done this with? How many? And then they show Erika Jayne on her show, and they're asking her questions, and this crazy woman is answering. She shouldn't be saying anything. Like, she shouldn't be literally saying anything. I would just be like, listen, I'm not going to discuss it. Stop asking me to discuss it. It is an ongoing case, and I'm not saying anything about it. That's the beginning, middle, and end of it. And I don't care if you got to repeat yourself 20 times. I don't care what they say to try to get you to talk about it. Or if they're talking trash about you or your husband, I would flat out be like, I'm not saying anything. You're not going to get me to say anything. It's an ongoing case. The end. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. And I don't even know what I was talking about. I hate that. Man, listen. Oh, yeah. They wouldn't get me to say anything. And she needed to be quiet before she find herself getting sued herself. Just don't say anything. It's so simple. You know, or maybe you need them you know, maybe you need to have it put in your contract. But see, that's the smart thing to do. But the greedy thing to do, so you can have a storyline, you know how they do. So you can have a storyline and stay on the show and make people watch, because you know the ratings will go up because all this stuff is going on. You'll do it. You'll let them go ahead and ask you the questions. You know, some of these housewives on some of these shows, the baby daddy or the ex-husband, they got it where you can't even say their name. So I know you can have it set up in the contract that they can't ask you questions about the case. But whatever. It's sad. I mean, the man, they said he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and she's divorcing him. And they don't know how real the actual divorce situation is. Is it all part of her trying to separate herself or not? I don't know. All I know is that these people probably will never see their money while he's still alive. I can tell you that. And I don't think they're going to put him in prison. He's old. He's old and he's sick. And when you have friends in high places, you know how to put things off and put them off and put them off. You know, even if anything was to happen this year, and they said he's a former attorney. So I don't know if that means retirement or if he was disbarred because of what he was doing. Regardless of what he was doing, he's a former attorney at this point. So, of course, he's no longer practicing law. And she's still on the Housewives, honey. Eleyna is back and she sees that I'm recording and she still wants to tell me something. My life. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Oh, before I forget, I told you all that there was a couple hiccups with this diamond painting. I want to show you what they are really, really quick. I mean, I'm okay now, but in the beginning, I had done a time lapse. I don't even think I posted it because I was so irritated. But I posted it on my Instagram. Let me see if I can find it now. There are 2 anchors on here. Ship anchors, and they're just different colors. Number 24 and number 39. I hope you guys, 24 and 39. I'll leave it up there and I hope you guys can see it. If not, I'll insert a picture. There's 2 anchors. They're ship anchors. And one is like just a tan color and one is more of a burnt orange color. I literally filled up a complete area with the wrong color. So I had to take them all off. And I thought twice about just leaving it. But I took them all off. And then there is a number 6 and there's a number 9. And I will actually insert a picture of that. Literally, they're side by side. They're side by side. And so when you're in the groove of doing the diamond painting, it's like, if you're not paying attention, you'll mess up. But the 6 and the 9s are right next to each other. And I will definitely insert a picture of what I'm talking about. But those are the only 2 real hiccups that I would say that I've had so far. Otherwise, everything else is going pretty well with it. I'm not trying to speed through it or race through it or anything like that, but I am enjoying it. It honestly feels like, you know, one of my older diamond paintings. Not like I'm struggling to do it, not at all. So this one was from Distracted by Diamonds, and the artist is Jocelyn, and the name of the painting is Poolside. And again, I will definitely have a picture so you guys will know what it's supposed to look like. And it's really cute. It's actually digital art. The artist who did it, she took a picture of a real person and then created the digital art, and then later, of course, it was turned into this magnificent diamond painting. Alrighty, guys, so the next video that you guys will see is my unboxing, and I will be doing that sometime later on this week. Alrighty, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Remember to like what you see, subscribe, leave me a comment, and always remember to stay beautiful and stay blessed. Bye.